Joe, Thomas, Riley, Julie, Al. Good morning, everyone. Sonny, Roger, Jim, Sharon, Chip, Tommy, Emma. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, Daryl. How are you? Hey, I'm back here. I know I took a couple of days off there. Had a nice little visit. Family in Colorado. It's great. Glad to be home. Really looking forward to getting to work here. Um, let's. Oh, before we get started, let me talk about a couple things. I want to remind everybody that for those that are not here right now, for those that listen to the replay, we start at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. It's open to the public in the social media area side. You can log in through YouTube, Facebook, or X. Um, Coming up tomorrow, here, let me pull this over here. You can't see that, no, can you? Coming up tomorrow, um, I have a workshop slash open house, if you want to call it that, all tomorrow. We start our charts and targets like always right here at 8:30 a.m. We'll get ready for trading about 5 minutes before the market opens up. And then we will kick it off with Road to Wealth update. And at 10 a.m., we're going to have a workshop on the 3-8 trap, and you can go to our social media and see the rest of this, okay? But if you're interested, you need to register. Members, you do not have to register, of course, okay? But everyone, please register, and I would love to have you all. The next is on YouTube. You'll find a link for right here. 14 trading professionals, professional traders have put together 14 strategies. You know, that's cool. The numbers can match up. In one single ebook, I am in there as well. And if you go to my YouTube channel, the link is right there right now. Register for that, and they send it to you, I guess. Okay. So I think that's what it amounts to. It may not come out till the first, okay? So there may be 10 days or so before you get it, but that link is right in there. And like I said, 14 trading professionals have come together to put 14 strategies for you. So if you want to take a look at that, it might be worthwhile. Any kind of education, I think, is great for trading. All right. So let's talk about today. First, I want to talk about and the trend is your friend, okay, Coach. And Coach has been um, chatting with me back and forth, you know, during the day, just little things about trend is your friend. And I really do think that the trend is probably one of the most important things in swing trading. And right now, the trend is bullish. Now, the thing about this is when traders say the trend is your friend, I think they're missing out on something because what is the trend? I think you have to have a defined trend. What is it? And hey, you know, there's nothing. Where's my pencil? There it is. You know, there's nothing. I mean, right here we can connect, you know, lows right here, and just let it or where it goes, not where we want. We're connecting this low and the very next low, and that gives us our trend. That is a trend. I find that not really the best trend for me to trade, but that is absolutely a trend. Okay. Um, uh, let's see here. Check something. There we go. Uh, and Daryl, sorry for breaking up. I'm afraid I can't do too much at this moment right now. Okay. So anyway, that is definitely your trend, and that's how you would do a trend for the market. But unfortunately, I don't personally think that's a very good trend for trading. Now, um, not for the type of trading I do, short-term swing trading. I'm looking at trades, you know, they give me 20, 30% profit, but I level up absolutely. But what I have is those goals, bang, 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 bang. Uh, the road to wealth account. Um, I want to keep adding money to that account. And it's amazing that, you know, with $5,000 account, $23 average a day, that can double your money in less than a year. So just by doing that one little thing. So my definition for me of my trading trend is very simple. price, where is price? Where is the 8 EM or the T line, the black line, and where is the trend indicator? And for me to trade, I need all three of those stacked up. So if you come back and look at this over here, you've got price, you've got the T line or 8 EMA, and then you have the trend indicator there, it's stacked up. Plus, and which all we're talking about is trend right now. Here we're going to look at some charts that may be set up like this. But you know, the second thing is I want the candle pattern set up like that right there. And then what we're looking for are swings to the upside. So it is very, very important to understand what is the trend of the overall market. What is the trend of your overall stock that you're looking at? And are we now in your tradable trend? That's important. Your tradable trend. Okay. All right. With that said, let's go to work here. The SPY, we are still bullish here. Again, prices above the T line, T line's above the trend indicator. I'm still very bullish. If you look at T21.23 at the close Friday, we did give up a little bit here. It does look a little bit soft. It looks like, you know, a little bit to the downside. And you can see pre-market here, VXX is starting to move up. This makes me a little nervous. This is my, this page, this chart, chart here. This is my, I don't know what you call it. Let's make this yellow here. That this triangle that I'm about to draw is very, very important. Okay, let's make this yellow. There we go. So we've got, what is the SPY doing? You got to ask yourself, how is the SPY trading? How do you like it? What is VIX doing? I use VXX. You know, what is that doing? And then what is T21.23 doing over here? And then we do kind of connect it, depending where you start, you get this triangle. And when all three of these are lined up, hey, we're good to go. And it doesn't matter if you're bullish or you're bearish. It doesn't matter at all. If we're reading bearish here and bullish over here in VIX, hey, we've got a bearish setup. Let's rock and roll with the bearish side of things. But when we have a bullish side of things, then what we do is this chart, and it doesn't matter what chart this is, we have the SPY up. Although I do want the, in the background, I want the SPY to be bullish or bearish. So in this case, we're bullish, right? So for a bullish setup, we want the SPY to be bullish. We want T21.23 to be bullish. And it still is. Okay. But what we don't want is the VX to be bullish. And see, it's starting to move up. So what this tells me right now, what this tells me is there's a lot going on in the market. We're still trending. The market's a little sloppy, a little weak, a little soft. Maybe just take a rest, smoke break, whatever. Stopped off at the bar, having a hoagie sandwich, whatever the market's doing. But it's not in a dynamic, let's rock and roll moment. Okay, it was Friday. Friday was a great day. I think for a lot of charts, man, there was crazy things Friday. Thursday was pretty good too. I was able to turn my phone on a little bit and watch some of the market. And wow, darn it, I missed a lot of it. But that's okay. So these three things right here, right now, the way we close Friday tells me be a little cautious today. Don't be hog wild crazy. Be careful. And by the way, I'm sharing this out loud, but I'm talking to myself. I'm setting myself up for trading here. Okay. So, as we approach the day, we want to wait for the right setup. Timing is very, very important. And we want the timing to be right. So, if we were to look at coin, I think coin is a hot potato right now. I think coin goes higher. But is this the right buy for coin today? Well, it could be. All right, it very well could be. So as you trade, you've got to decide, are all the dots connected for you to trade today? Okay. So Let's take a look at now. Let's take a look at some charts. All right. So here's coin setting up. Everything is working as I would want to see for myself. You can see that our trend indicator has gone from red to green. That is an absolute bullish sign. We've broken out over the 50-period moving average. And despite what some people think, oh, we failed. No, we did not. That is part of a chart program, chart pattern right here. All good to go. We broke out and held, and we just had a little bit of a pullback. I'm looking for this to continue up, and I have a target up here around 380, then around that 430 mark. So coin is looking pretty good there. Hey, Thomas, want to take a look at STLD? Absolutely. Yeah, look at this. If we look here, we just, this downtrend, price action downtrend, and then we've broken out of it. Here's a nice gap. This is what I would call a gap and trap. So where we gap up and then 3-8 trap right in this area. That looks fantastic. I'm gonna flag that. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's look at the weekly on this. Yeah, we're headed up to retest. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to the weekly draw line there. So I'm going to put a line right there, right there. So what I did is I'm actually using this candle. Let me get my arrow out. Arrow, there you go. I'm actually using that candle right there. And what I want to do is get as many touches as possible. Here I've got 3 touches, and right in this area here I've got 1, 2, 3 touches. I mean, I can draw the line at the top up here, but honestly, I think most traders, we move up into that 148, 90. You're probably going to wet your pants and be happy with your profits anyway. So let's go back to the daily. Back to the daily. There we go. So right now, from where we are here, nice 3-8 trap. We're looking at about a 6, almost 7% profit on that. Very nice chart. Thank you. Hey, Val. COPX, I think, is rocking. Rocking. My opinion on COPX for a stock purchase. Sure. I mean, why not? It's making what I would call J-hook pattern. J-hook is nothing more than a continuation pattern. So here's price moving up. We have a slight little pullback, and here we're heading up for that breakout. I'm going to go ahead and draw that breakout. And what we're looking for is to break out over those highs right there. And then what this does is once we break out, then we can look for profit taking on the way up like that right there. I think that's a very nice chart, COPX. Also, COPX is one of these charts that I look at for what is the overall, market doing? Is everything good? And you can even move this into how is everything commerce? When copper is up, there's a lot of things going on. There's construction, there's housing, there's cars. There's a lot of things are working when copper is working. When copper is not working, there's a lot of things not working. So as long as copper continues to work, I think we're good to go until it breaks down. And talking about breaking down, what would have to happen? Let's go look. Let's come back over here, say March of this year, okay? This is what it would look like if it broke down for me. See how we were green right here, and then see how the trend indicator turned red? Price below the T line below the trend indicator. That's my trading trend. That's really the only trend I look for, and that is now down. See how right here we cross back up. Price is above the T line is above the trend indicator, right in there. Our trading trend is now up. And look what happened. Our trading trend worked out. Had a little bit of a blip, and there we go. And then we started to the downside, and you can see we started up. And this will continue up. I know this sounds ridiculous until it doesn't. And this is where the trend is your friend. Follow that trend. My trend, price, T line, trend indicator. What is it doing? Okay. Nice chart. Thank you very much, Val. Appreciate it. Hey, Daryl, you're cautiously watching CRG. Let's see here. CRGY for a short. Yeah, that certainly is for a short, isn't it? Here, let's flag that. That is a nice looking short, I have to admit. We have a bearish H pattern here on this one. And for those that don't know, there's the bearish H pattern. And when we drop below these lows right there, right here, I'll just draw a line across there. You drop below that, that sets up the continuation bearish H pattern. And you could look for profit taking on the way down. Nice one. Thank you. Dio, well, you're into the short side of things, aren't you, Daryl? In a bullish market. Okay, I'm gonna scratch my head there just a little bit, but okay. Yep, DOW looks like it's headed down. I mean, we've got this low, this failure here. It's all about follow through. ATEC to the long side. There we go. Nice pop. Okay, when I talk about a gap and a trap, this sets up for a gap and a trap. The trap doesn't have to be right away. It could be down the road. The whole purpose of the gap and trap is an explosion in the market, something very dynamic pushing the market up. And that's what we have here, something very dynamic. Now what we want is to wait for that setup, that setup that would make us want to buy it. And since I like the 3-8 trap, that's where we get the gap and trap. Okay, so I mean, here we're a whole bunch of days. This has got to be close to 30 days past here. Gap, we just kind of move up, roll over, push down. Now the buyers are starting coming back as we get closer to the 50 period moving average. So that's a nice chart. I mean, here we pop up, and now we've got two bars sitting here to the side. We're above the trend indicator with the pre-market chart candle here. We're above the T line. Price above the T line. T line is not quite above the trend indicator, but I see the trade here. Looks absolutely fantastic to me. Thank you. Well, remember what we need is follow through going forward. Okay, and we need a good market to hold the movement in the chart. And then you look at another one, GENI. There we go, GENI. Yep, look at that. Here we move up, pull back, bounce off the T line. I'm sorry, the 50 period moving average. Couple of dojis down there, gap down dojis. Bullish, nice. The only thing I'm gonna watch on this one is that area right there, 1323. Okay, 1323. That'd be the area I'd be concerned. Above that, yeah. I mean, I think you're good to go. Looks good. Thank you very much. Hey, Emma. Good morning. Lily, for short. Yeah, Lily starts to fall here. Yeah, you know, if we just draw our trend line down, price action trend line right there, and you can see we're coming up, we might fall. I don't know. Yeah, um, yeah. Uh, I'm looking at another chart over here. I'll show you the chart in just a second. We get through 724.60, then yeah, that could get some serious short in it. On my other monitor over there, I was looking at the cloud, and it's this level right here. We get through this flat part of the cloud right here, then boom, we could see some targets. Watch these lows, and so we've got a low of 694.15, a low of 684.90, and then we might drop into this 645 area, and then below that, you're big time money, big time money. Let's see here. Hey, good morning, Sharon. How are you? I don't want to miss anybody. Just a second. In the social side of things, I'll get right over there. Okay. RR. Did I say good morning, Sharon? Not sure. Good morning, Sharon. Yeah, RR is one for the watch list. We're up kind of parabolic, and you might be in this long term, Sharon. Just a little bit of what I might know about you. You might be in this long term, in which case I see no reason why not to keep it. Okay. But if you're trading this, it probably needs to rest up a little bit. Been pretty parabolic, and you see we're playing with a double top. Double top doesn't mean the world's coming to an end. However, it does push price into a little bit of a rest, and the rest just needs to build some energy to break through. So long term, I think this is, I mean, the whole industry here, I think, could rock. So thank you for that one. Hey, Coach, did I miss you? Coach, I did miss one. Sorry, Coach, didn't mean to. I knew you had one up there. GNI. Um, yeah, GE. Yeah, look at that. Oh, or was this? All right, I may have my people missed. Same as Daryl. Okay, all right, I see now. I'm a little confused here. It's Monday. But anyway, same thing. I'd be a little confused, a little concerned with that 1323 area. And the reason I would be, let me put this up there. The reason I would be, I love chart patterns. It doesn't mean that chart patterns, um, it doesn't mean that chart patterns work out 100% of the time. So I don't treat them that way, but I can recognize them and I throw caution when I need to, and I press the gas pedal when I need to. So this could be setting up for that head and shoulders up there. So that's why I think it's important to be above this 13 and a quarter area. We have a very nice sell signal here, and we need to prove that that sell signal has finished its move and the bulls are opening up a can of whoop ass on it. So above that 1323, I like that. AUPH, AUPH. Wow. Now that's a nice chart, folks. That's a nice chart. Thank you very much. Let's flag that. So as I started today off, the trend is your friend. Okay. And you can see here where price, stays above the T line and above the trend indicator. Here we dip down. So what do? We wait for it to pop back up. That becomes very tradable. That's what I look for. And there's nothing wrong with buying it down here. I've got some scams set up, and I do buy down here. I do. Um, but right now, I think this is set up. Let's do this. Make that blue. I mean, if we just look at that chart pattern right there and how we've gone from this low up, whoops, wrong one. There we go. Low, for the most part, sideways. You've got kind of a pop out of the box setup here, just a tight range. And now we're setting up to move higher. That right there might be the best chart I've seen. Oh, yeah, today, maybe all week. Um, I'm going to put a big line right here. Yeah, thanks, Coach. See these highs right in here? We're taking out those highs. So what that does is it opens the door to all this right here. So let's do this. Now I'm on the weekly here. This is something I'm going to do. I'll do it now rather than just wait till in the room. I'm going to draw a line right about there from these highs, and I'm going to go down. From these highs, what are we talking here? 2021 down to the lows right here, 2022. We've been in a long consolidation area. And now I want to point out, let's do it this way. I want to point out from this area right here, okay? And that is the construction zone. You see right through here, we couldn't break through it. We couldn't break through it. And then the bottom, that was where we started. And you can see here, we did not break down at all. We didn't break down anything here. We just constructed a bottom. And now we're breaking out. All right, now let's go back to the daily. Okay, I'm going to push this down. This is a nice chart. So when I look at a chart, I want to see what the potential is. And we broke out of that construction zone and we broke out of those highs that I pointed out. And that opens up that run to the upside. Okay, this is our 50% retracement area right there. That's the sweet spot. That's what I'd love. That would be that would be, how sweet would that be? Okay, I'm going to duplicate this and put a line right here. All right, just on these lines that I have. So now it's important to know what can a chart do for you. Well, I see going all the way up here at 42%, going the first target here at about 17%. So you don't have to be in a hurry for that kind of possibility. You don't have to be in a hurry. You can put this on your watch list. This could be your main trade for what, a month, 2 months? I don't mean buy and hold it for 2 months. You can, you can. You just have to manage the trade. But you could possibly trade this 3, 4, 5 times in that month or 2 months or whatever it takes, as long as it gets up there. And what are we looking at for the trend? We want price above the T line above the trend indicator. Not tough, not hard. Just focus. I like that chart. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna be focusing on AUPH. Thanks, Kim Coach. I owe you. Um, Bill, doesn't Lily fit an RBB? Um, it does. Just a second here. Let me make that bigger. It does, but an RBB has to be bullish, okay? And you know what? I take that back. It doesn't quite fit the RBB. We can't call it that because the numbers aren't exactly right, but I see what you're seeing, okay? And it very well might. And this short, it's setting up for a short. If the bulls come in and do this, it would turn around for a long. So right now we're moving down. We need to find a stopping point. Doesn't have to be necessarily right here, but the bulls need to take it up, and we need to get above that red dotted line now. Okay, but on continued failure, I think that's what M is looking for. Continued failure, and I just pointed out below that spot on the cloud, that would almost slam that short right into place. Okay. Um, where was I? Oh yeah. Hey Thomas, IBKR. I like that chart. I think that was maybe a chart I posted on social media. By the way, if you guys aren't, some of you guys aren't looking at our Facebook group page. And by the way, I've had people ask to join because you have to ask. It's a private page. You have to ask to join, and then you have to answer a couple questions, and that keeps all the bots out of there and things like that. So, but I have people who get frustrated, and it's because you can't get in unless you answer the questions. They're not tough. They're two. Do you trade? Yes or no? You know, have you been trading longer than 5 years? Yes or no? They're not tough. So answer the questions if you want in the group. Anyway, nice chart. I love this. This was also pointed out by my conscience this weekend. And very nice rounded bottom here. I love it. First thing to do is get past that 67.85 area, and then I think you've got some nice upside. Take a look at the weekly chart and take a look at that bullish J hook pattern setting up. Bullish J hook pattern is simply a continuation pattern. It's a trend that took a rest, and now it's getting back into that trend. Okay, nice chart. Um, hey, Sonny. Yeah, let's not forget TSLA. True story. Yeah, TSA. This is on one of my favorites list, um, and it's not set up for a buy at all. I mean, if you're in it, you raise your stop, you just keep managing it, but it's nowhere near a buy for me. It would have to give it a rest and do the whole setup thing. Okay? PLTR, I'm still holding this in my large account. This actually is a buy right in here. That's what I would call a buy. I'm going to get rid of everything we do later. So that's setting up for a nice bullish J-hook continuation pattern. Here's 200 bucks. I would say that the $200 magnet is in play. So, but yeah, PLTR looks fantastic right now. And then good old Apple. Apple's bullish. I'm going to get rid of everything. There we go. Yeah, Apple's looking bullish. Right now, let's just put some lines up for targets. Target 1, target 2, just using previous highs. Very nice chart. Price above the T line above the trend indicator. How could somebody have bought this? See how we went sideways? Say, you're watching this candle. Oh, darn, I missed it. You never, never, never miss a trade. You just wait for it to come back to you. And look at that right there. What a perfect comeback to you. That would have been a great entry area. You would have been super bullish, super happy, super in the money. Nice chart. Thank you very much. That one is also one of my favorites list. Hey, Val, do you plot your VXX hourly? It's hourly. Yeah. All right. Hey, I want to thank everybody showing up here on our, we're actually streaming live. A few people over there. Thank you so much. Let's see what kind of charts you have. MBX. Let's see. Oh, so ask me a question on MBX, okay? You got to ask me a question. Wolf, Wolf, yeah, Wolf. Whoops, I'm on a weekly. Here, let me back up and look at that MBX. MBX. Yeah, ask me a question. All right. Now let's go look at Wolf. Wolf here, setting up on the daily chart. I'm gonna get rid of that. There is your rounded bottom breakout. This is one of the charts that we will be hammering on the setup, this type of setup tomorrow. So please register for the workshop. We'll be hammering this setup. This is one of my favorite setups, and I'd love to explain how it works to everybody. Okay, but yeah, this looks great. It's in buy territory. Certainly viable right here. Definitely viable over 244 here. Very nice chart. Thank you for posting that one. Appreciate it. KYTX. There we go. Again, ask me a question on KYTX. Grab. So the reason I do that is, what's the logic of this chart? I need the question on what is it you're after here. Okay. So I don't mean to be a but some charts, what do you want me to say? Let's take a look at grab. Grab moving down here, let's get rid of all that. Grab is another one that's on my favorites list right now because it's pretty hot out there in the market. And here it's rallied up. I just want to peek at that weekly, make sure that yeah. So let's draw a line here, right there. See this shelf over here on the far left, right there. I'm gonna draw that line. See how we've broken out of it? All right, that's pretty cool. So we broke, I'm sorry, back to the weekly. Look at that, look at that long consolidation here, and then we broke out of that consolidation. Let's put a line right there. See how we broke out of that consolidation? And now we've just been moving sideways, up and down. Very tradable, very nice chart, works well. Now let's go to the daily. We want to do this again, right? Well, let's wait for that setup. Be patient. Be patient and wait for the setup. Now you've got to know what the setup is, okay? What is it you look for? You have to know. If you don't know, let us know. We'll try to help you with that. We won't talk you into ours. We'll try to perfect what you have. And heck, you may have the best setup in the world. May ask to use it. Who knows? But right now, looks to me like we're starting some kind of consolidation right here, and that would be nice. We need that to consolidate a little bit, I think, to set up for a good timing entry. Timing is important. A lot of people, what will happen is you'll buy this for fear of missing out because you've heard from somebody this thing's going to go to $9,000, and it's not going to do that until you have a few birthdays. So just relax, take a breath, take a beat, settle down, and let's let it set up. And watch for our alerts, by the way. We'll send out alerts on this. And again, this is another one of those that's in my favorite list right now to trade. So MBX, you're in it long. Okay. Again, I don't know what you want me to say other than congratulations. So raise your stop, trade. Okay. Follow your rules. Follow your rules. MBX, let's see, Daryl there, you're looking for an entry. Well, let it calm down. There is no entry in this right now, unless you just, you want to day trade maybe. I don't day trade, so I'm not interested in that. But for an entry, I would need it to calm down a little bit. An example, we can stay right here with this chart, and let's do this. right here. So right there would be an entry. Nothing's going to change. I don't care if it cured cancer. It's going to need to set up for an entry. Right there is an entry. Right here could be an entry. Right there is an entry. So you see what I'm going to wait for? Wait for the entry. Um, so um, that's what I would look at. And right now, it's got nothing for an entry for me personally. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, here I agree. Stocks like this could be a pump and dump biotech. But hey, somebody can make a lot of money on it. Hey, it's about time for me to close this out. I want to thank everybody for being here today. I appreciate it. Please make sure you register for the workshop tomorrow. Um, yeah, and I do have a couple of coaching spots available for the VIP Fast Start Trial Program this week. So let me know, and we'll get going on that. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow right here at 8:30 Eastern AM. And members, we'll see you in the trading room at the bottom of the hour. Okay. Take care. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.